श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ओमित्येतदक्षरमिदं सर्वं तस्य उपव्याख्यानं भूतं भवद्भविष्यदिति सर्वमोङ्कार एव। यच्चान्यत्रिकालातीतं तदप्योङ्कार एव। सर्वं हि एतद्ब्रह्म अयमात्मा ब्रह्म सोयमात्मा चतुष्पात्। So we saw Acharya Bhāṣya yesterday. Just we gone through. Sarvam hi etat brahmeti sarvam yaduktam omkaramatram iti tadetat brahma taccha brahma paroksha abhihitam pratyakshataha visheshena nirdishati ayamatma brahma iti ayam iti chatushpatvena pravidyavanam pravibhajyamanam प्रत्यगात्मतया अभिनयेन निर्दिशति अयम आत्मा इति सोयम आत्मा ओंकाराभिधेयः पर अपरत्वेन व्यवस्थितः चतुष्पात् कार्षापणवन् न गौः इव इति त्रयाणां विश्वादीनां पूर्वपूर्वप्रविलापनेन तुरीयस्य प्रतिपत्तिः इति करणसाधनः पादशब्दः। तुरीयस्य पद्यत इति कर्मसाधनः पादशब्दः। कथं चतुष्पात् iti aha. Now, so we saw what is the meaning of sarvam hi etad brahma, that we saw. Now we have to study the meaning of ayam atma brahma. Ayam atma brahma. So this is called Mahavakya. Now what is a Mahavakya? Vakya means a sentence which normally speaks about only an aspect or a particular subject, an aspect of it. A sentence, ordinary sentence. No sentence gives us a true meaning or complete meaning. A sentence always speaks that which speaks about a particular thing in a particular time and frame, the limited words, defining an object or a vastu, anything else, is called as a sentence. Now what is Mahavakya? Now Mahavakya is a great sentence, meaning it encapsulates, it envelops the whole subject. In the sense what? All the essence should envelop, embrace and give its true meaning of the Shastras. What is the ultimate So Mahavakya is that Mahavakya which deals with the whole Shastras and speaks about the total, from the total point of view, and speaks what? Speaks about the identity between Atma and Brahma. So Atma and Brahma, when identity is spoken of, so it encapsulates everything, because Sarvam Etat Brahma. So Brahma is everything. So that Vakya which speaks about Brahma, means that sentence which has got that capacity to envelop or embrace everything that is there, because Brahma is that which is embracing everything, is all pervading. Now this relatively we are speaking, or Brahma eva alone is, Brahman alone is. So that, about that Brahma and the apparent difference which is seen between the Jiva and the Brahma, Atma and Brahma, the difference also is dissolved in a Mahavakya. So that means by pointing out the identity between the Atma and Paramatma, that sentence becomes Mahavakya. Because that sentence has got that capacity to encapsulate all the Shastras, understand, digest it, and ultimate thought is given. Brahma is everything. So that sentence which is speaking about everything is got the capacity to embrace everything. So and that which speaks about the identity between the Jiva and Brahma is called as Mahavakya. So we have main 4 Mahavakyas are there. Aham Brahmasmi, Ayam Atma Brahma, Tattvamasi. So Prajnanam Brahma is 4. Prajnanam Brahma gives a definition of Brahman. Tattvamasi is Upadesha Vakya. And Aham Brahmasmi is Anubhava Vakya. All those things. Now, in this Māṇḍukya Upaniṣad, we come across this Ayam Atma Brahma. This self is Brahman. This is a Mahavakya, pointing out the identity between the Atma and Paramatma. Now, in the Yoga Darshan, you take for example, in Yoga Shastra, Yoga Darshan, in that Yoga Shastra, Tvampada was explained. Tvam means I, the Jiva, Atma. The Tvampada, keeping the whole Shastra is explains, much expounds about Tvampada more. And Ishvara Swarupa is not fully explained in Yoga Shastra, Tatpada. So any Shastra takes only one aspect of it and complete analysis is given. So in Yoga Shastra, the focus is on Tvam, for reaching Tat, for realizing Tat. But Tat Swarupa, the Swarupa of Tat was not explained much. So one aspect only. Now similarly in Purvamamsa, it expounded Karma Siddhanta, but nothing is propounded much about the Atma and Paramatma. Nature of Atma, nature of Paramatma was not much mentioned anything about, not much mentioned in Purvamamsa, because the Purvamamsa says you are there, you have to do karma and reach Swargadi Lokas, enjoy, and that is called happiness, Sukham. But what is my nature, what is my Swarupa, who am I, and what is the nature of Paramatma? So that is not the topic there undertaken. So each Shastra expounds an aspect of it, an aspect of the totality. So, and many other Vakyas are there, spread everywhere. They either speak about Atma or define Paramatma, which is not of course indefinable, but point out the nature of Paramatma, and a point speak about the nature of Jiva or Jivatma, but fully they are not given in every Vakya. So in Mahavakya is that great sentence, Mahavakya, wherein all the 3 components are taken into consideration, Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara. In that Vivechana, if we understand Mahavakya, So Jiva Jagat Ishvara, all these things are pointed out, completely contemplated upon and taken into consideration and well contemplated on Ishvara, Jiva and Jagat. And these Mahavakyas are like sutras only. Because though there is a contains complete sentence, unless Guru tells us, explains to us, and Guru Parampara, the Jnanam which is descended from Paramatma himself through Gurus, we cannot understand it unless someone explains to us. So, Ayam Atma Brahma, meaning here in this Vakya, here यहाँ पे Atma means Jivatma, and the Brahma is Samasti, that is totality, that is called Brahma Bharattamatvat, Paramatma only. So Atma and Paramatma are one. This is the meaning. Now, Mahavakya. What is the meaning of Mahavakya? We saw just now in a small way. Now, we have to analyze this Mahavakya called Ayam Atma Brahma. Now here, the word first we will take Ayam. Ayam means what? Ayam means this. Actually, Ayam means this one. That means, what is the word Ayam is indicating or pointing out? It is telling us that Ayam Shabda is telling us that Atma is not outside us as Idam. That is the meaning. But it is inside us only. As Idam, it is not outside this Atma, it is inside us. So Ayam Shabda tells this one, that Atma is not outside but it is inside us. Ayam indicates. So first one. So Ayam Atma, which Atma? That self which is inside me, Pratyagatma, the inner self. That is the meaning. Thus we have to understand. Now, one more thought. That means this Atma is neither Pratyaksha nor Paroksha. Actually, so because what is this Ayam then? Ayam is Aparoksha. It is not in front of us Pratyaksha, but direct experience it is Aparoksha. What is Pratyaksha? Normally Pratyaksha means what? That Indriya Gocharam, that which is seen by senses becomes Pratyaksha. This is called Pratyaksha Jagat. Aksha is the eyes or senses, it stands for. So the world which I am seeing through my eyes or realizing through my sense organs, whatever I see now in front of me, that which is Jagat, which is seen by my Indriyas, all that Jagat, जहाँ तक देख पा रहा हूँ इस इंद्रियों के द्वारा, all that सृष्टि is called as प्रत्यक्ष. जहाँ तक मैं जा रहा हूँ. Okay, now, and that means what? Indriya Pratyaksha. They are seen objects of sense organs. They are called as that particular thing is called as Pratyaksha. Now what is Paroksha? Paroksha means a vastu which is separated from us in time and place. It becomes Desha and Kalataha, Deshataha. Any vastu which is separated from us, that becomes Paroksha. So, here what is Paroksha example? That, see for example, Paroksha like is heaven, Swarga for example. It's a Paroksha for us. Not directly seen, immediately seen in front of us. So, Ityadayaha. Now, what is Pratyaksha? This Jagat, Ghadapatadivat, pot and cloth, whatever we see in front of us, is Pratyaksha. This Atma is not, Pratyaksha means what? It is not like a pot or a cloth or a vastu to experience it. So Atma is not Pratyaksha, is not converted to seen. And Atma is not Paroksha also like Swargadi, somewhere far removed from us in time and place. No. Then it is Aparoksha. Aparoksha means totally Vilakshana, completely different from Pratyaksha and Paroksha. This is Atma. So Ayam Shabda is indicating what? It is Atma is not outside us as Idam, it is inside us. It is not Pratyaksha, it is not Paroksha, but it is Aparoksha, directly realized. Acha. Now, further analysis. See, Manaha, Manas and Hridaya, etc., mind and heart, etc., whatever it is, intellect and mind, whatever you take. This is also Aparoksha only. Because for the mind to recognize Sukha and Dukkha, Indriyas are not required. If you define Pratyaksha as Indriya Pratyaksha, which is seen by Indriyas, the Jagat outside, and not Paroksha, not separated from us in distant time and place, but there is Sukha Anubhuti, Dukkha Anubhuti inside. It is not removed from us. They are not in far away from us. Sukha Anubhuti, Dukkha Anubhuti, experience of joy and sorrow is within our heart, not separated from us in time and place, nor can they be seen. So, not separate from us time and place means it is not Paroksha. But it is not Pratyaksha also. Why? It is not seen by the Indriyas. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin cannot feel or experience, see, smell, touch, taste, etc. Smell, hear, Sukha Dukkha. But Sukha Dukkha's are felt by the mind, therefore they also come under Aparoksha only. अब एक बात हुई कि आत्मा ऑल्सो अपरोक्ष, मन एंड हृदय जो भी वो भी अपरोक्ष. Then we have to see if both are aparoksha, what is the difference between mind and Atma? Both are aparoksha. So, but though, even though, because you know, सुख दुख का अनुभव जानने के लिए इंद्रियों की जरूरत नहीं है. कि अंधा को भी पता लगेगा कि मैं दुखी हूँ सुखी हूँ, बहरा को भी पता लगता है कि मैं सुखी हूँ दुखी हूँ, लंगड़ा को पता लगता है कि मैं सुखी हूँ दुखी हूँ. So, difference is mind dissolves and sleeps in the deep sleep state. सो जाता है मन भी. In deep सुषुप्ति काल में mind sleeps. But Atma never. It never dissolves. It has no sleep. So, and who becomes witness of whom? The Atman. Atma is now the witness of the mind, its sleep and its awakening also. It is witnessing. The mind slept, sleeping, and no mind also witnessed by Atma only. Maya nidra sukhena anubhuyate. After waking up, because thought is required to experience. So after waking up, I remember that I had slept, deep sleep I had, and no thought inside also. How do we know? It was a blank at that time. Without a thought, how did you register? Shastra speak about many things. But mind sleeping or mind awakening, that is mind dissolving into sleep, again coming back to waking plane, etc., is witnessed by Atma. Therefore, Atma is aparoksha, greater aparoksha than mind, no? Directly, because to know that Atma is there, mind also is not required. Just as Indriyas are not required to realize the Sukha Dukkha, happiness and sorrow in the mind, similarly, mind is not necessary to know that I am. In deep sleep state, I knew I am, I was, but there was no mind. Therefore, I am truly aparoksha is Atma. And other aparoksha is that mind also can be called as aparoksha, but it goes and comes. Therefore, here in this Vakya, Ayam Shabda is what? Denoting aparokshatvam, aparoksha. Ayam Atma, which Atma? Aparoksha Atma, Pratyagatma. That Atma is pointed out here as Ayam, this self, this Atman. Now, this Atma, Ayam Atma Brahma. Now, यहाँ पे the meaning of this Vakya, Mahavakya is not that, Brahma is something wonderful, great, very exciting Vastu. Actually, I am that only. So, that kind of, amazed, I'm amazed of to know about Brahman. So, and that something is me, which is most beautiful, greater Vastu. Because psychologically speaking, we separate Brahma from us. When I am Atma Brahma mein, what is our thought? This Atman is that Brahman. वो गड़बड़ हो गई कि नहीं बात में? तो सोच में ही गड़बड़ हो गया. This Atma is that Brahma. So I am excited, something amazed, wonderful thing it is. Now, that is not the meaning here. This Atman is something very beautiful thing which I will attain one day. So this Atma become Brahma, most wonderful thing. That is the meaning in us. Bhavana is like that. That is why Vedanta Vakyeshu Sadaramantaha. One who always revels in Vedanta Vakya, each time a deeper meaning is realized, a deeper understanding is awakened. So, Brahma means what? Here Brahma means that which is free from all Bheda, Bheda Rahita Vastu it is. So therefore, this Atman is that Brahma, Mehi, in that Soch also, there is a Bheda Bhavana is created by us because of our deficiency in right thinking. We are deficient of thinking correctly. So therefore, I am Atma Brahma is not that I am this Atman is that Brahman, one day it become Brahman. No. That is the way then we are postulating duality there, that this Atman is different from Brahma. Actually, this Atma becomes Brahma. In essential, this Atma is Brahma. Then if this Atma is Brahma, then why call this Atma as Atma then? So technically speaking, lot of things are there. So therefore, Brahma is that Advaita Vastu, and that Advaita Vastu is not separate from me, from my own self. This is not separate Vastu from me. So that understanding or realization is what is meant here behind this Vakya, Ayam Atma Brahma. So, this Jnana, this realization, knowledge, what is the Jnanam? Jnanam is the realization of this understanding that that I am, whatever is indicated by the word I am, Pratyagatma, is in fact Paramatma only. So this is the thing. Now, one more thinking we will take up from another angle. Now earlier, Brahma was explained indirectly. Omiti Sarvam hi etat Brahma is indirectly told. And Omiti etat Aksharam idam Sarvam. So idam Sarvam Om. And the next mantra etat Sarvam Brahma. That means Om is Brahma. So indirectly pointed out. Brahma was pointed out indirectly earlier. Now it is explained to us as Pratyaksha, meaning direct experience here, not Indriya Pratyaksha. So along with, now see, Sarvam hi etat Brahma, Ayam Atma Brahma, ये साथ में दिया है. The mantra Sarvam hi etat Brahma, Ayam Atma Brahma was given. Now in this togetherness, that what is the meaning now, why it is given, इसका meaning यही है that this Brahma अंदर में हमारे मन में जो बैठा है, what is the Brahma now? This is a delusion. So to remove the delusion, these two vakyas are, these two things are brought together. What? Sarvam hi etat Brahma, Ayam Atma Brahma. All this is Brahman and this self is Brahman. साथ में लाया. What is the delusion now we have? What हमारा सोच क्या है? That lakshyartha, indicative meaning of tatpada and tvampada is one. Our understanding that indicative meaning of tatpada and tvampada is one. And what about this jagat? Jagat is something totally different. Because when we are constantly thinking about Atma and Brahma, Atma and Brahma, Atma and Brahma, we always tend to forget to place the apparently seen third factor called Jagat. ये Jagat, this is what we are thinking. Our spirituality start like that only. देखिए दुनिया भाड़ में जाए, जगत हमको हमसे लेना देना कुछ भी नहीं है, हम एक है जीव, परमात्मा अलग है, जगत अलग है, हम सबको छोड़ देता हूं, मैं अकेला अकेला घुस के ब्रह्म में घुस के हाथ पीले, आई विल रिमेन. दिस इज अवर थिंकिंग. तो जगत को छोड़ देते हैं. देयर इज नथिंग फॉर अस. जगत क्या है? ये तो मिथ्या है. वो जगत मिथ्या है तो आपका शरीर कहाँ है? जगत में है कि बाहर है? जगत में ही है. तो शरीर भी मिथ्या है क्या? तो अपना शरीर मिथ्या हो गया क्या? सुख दुख मिथ्या हुआ क्या? बीमारी मिथ्या हो गई क्या? तो हमारे हिसाब पे जगत का मतलब क्या है? मुझसे अलावा, मुझसे अलग. मुझ माने यहां पे मेरे शरीर से अलग. क्या सोच है? ये भावना आ जाती है, गलत गलती. यू वॉट एवर यू ट्राई टू थिंक, द इम्प्योर थिंकिंग इज ऑलवेज एंटरिंग इनटू अस. वो बहते बहते अंदर घुस जाती है इम्प्योरिटीज. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट आई एम टॉकिंग? सारे जगत मिथ्या, इस कहने में हम शरीर के साथ जगत से अलग कर रहे हैं. पोसेसिवनेस ऑफ द बॉडी देयर होता है कि नहीं? तो गलत है कि नहीं? तो मैंने कहने का मतलब है कि हमारा सोच में इतना गड़बड़ हो रही है, इतना झंझट हो रही है. सो वी डोंट वांट. तो आत्मा, दुखी आत्मा हूं मैं, अभी मैं तो शास्त्र कहते हैं कि मैं सुखी आत्मा, चलो मान लेते हैं, क्यों, हमारे फायदा के लिए मानते हैं ये, और ब्रह्म अलग है, ब्रह्म के साथ हम तादात्म्य होकर हैप्पी हैप्पी हैप्पी, मोक्ष मिल जाएगा। फिर जगत का, जगत तो क्या है, हमारा नहीं है। जगत ऑल्सो हैज टू बी टेकन इनटू कंसिडरेशन। व्हाट इज महावाक्य? 3 components आर टेकन, दिस ऑल्सो हैज टू बी टोल्ड। सो देयरफॉर हियर earlier that what is Brahma told, now सर्वम ये तद ब्रह्म अयम आत्मा ब्रह्म में इस साथ में रखने से हमारा ये ब्रह्म जो है कि तत्पद लक्ष्यार्थ एंड त्वम पद, वॉट एवर इज इंडिकेटेड बाय त्वम पद, वॉट एवर इज इंडिकेटेड बाय तत्पद, दौ एंड दैट, त्वम इज दौ, वॉट एवर इज द वर्ड इंडिकेटिंग द वर्ड दौ, एंड वॉट एवर इज इंडिकेटेड बाय द वर्ड दैट, these two, and these two are one, because consciousness is one, but jagat is something totally different. This delusion is to be removed. Therefore sarvam hi etat brahma. सर्व माने व्हाट? जगत सर्वम। एक और जगत सर्वम ब्रह्म कह दिया, फिर अयम आत्मा ब्रह्म कह दिया, माने जो ब्रह्म बैठे हमारे मन में कि ओनली आत्मा एंड ब्रह्म इज वन, व्हाट अबाउट जगत? आई डोंट कंसिडर। नो नो नो, जगत ऑल्सो इज इंक्लूडेड इन दिस। ये साथ में रखने का ये। नाउ लेट अस सी, सो आत्मा एंड ब्रह्म इज वन एंड आत्मा एंड ब्रह्म इज वन, बट थिंकिंग दिस वर्ल्ड प्रपंच इज अनात्मा, therefore it is to be renounced. This world is something from separate vastu from me, it is anatma. उसमें जगत इज अनात्मा में मजेदार बात यही है कि अपने आप को अलग कर रहे हैं। किससे? जगत से। किसके साथ? अपने शरीर के साथ। ये मजेदार बात है, मस्त। शरीर छोड़ के का तादात्म्य छोड़ के तब बोलो। तो शरीर के अस्तित्व के बिना हमारे अस्तित्व क्या है, हमें इसका अनुभव तो किया नहीं। चलो यूं सोचो, रोज ध्यान करे कि मैं शरीर नहीं हूं, मैं आकाश हूं। ध्यान करते करते शरीर पूरा एक एक कण कण को छोड़ते जाइएगा मन में। ये भावना लाइए। एक दिन शरीर का भान छूट जाता है, तब इतना डर लगता है आपको कि पूछो मत। वापस तुरंत, जैसे स्वप्न में जो भयंकर सब देखते समय जो आदमी एकदम उठ के जागृत अवस्था में आके बच गया बोलता है ना, वैसे हम फिर शरीर को पकड़ के बच गया हम सोचते हैं। Some meditations are very very dangerous in the sense, unless they are practiced with the help of a guru, the experience you will not be able to tolerate, because इतना तादात्म्य होकर बैठे हम। So this jagat is anatma, prapancha is nothing to do with me, it is separated from me, I am but Brahma. This thinking is wrong. To show that only he said sarvam etat brahma ayam atma brahma. All the 3 components are linked, and all the 3 are shown as one, and they are not separate. And the realization tabhi hoga only when we take these 3 components into consideration. That is called real realization. In the sense what? Otherwise you realize partially, incomplete thought, incomplete understanding. You may realize not the truth, you realize something else in between. So therefore, as long as we understand that the world is full of sorrows, sara jagat dukkhamayam idam sarvam jagat, तो जब तक हम ये सोचते रहते हैं जगत के बारे में ऐसा, तब तक हमारे मन में वैराग्य बनी रहती है। ठीक है, वैराग्य इज देयर, गुड। एंड एज लॉन्ग एज वी अंडरस्टैंड the world is jada. And so long this jagat continues to exist as drushya padartha, hai ki nahi? And as long as it is existing as drushya and I remain as drashta, तो वहां पे भेद हो रहा है कि नहीं? भेद बने रहते हैं वहां पे. ये सारा संसार दुखमय है, इसीलिए वैराग्य चाहिए. वैराग्य किसके? फ्रॉम व्हाट? फ्रॉम जगत. इसका मतलब जगत आपसे अलग है क्या? हां जी. क्यों जी? ये संसार, ये वर्ल्ड जगत तो दुखमय है, पर आप कौन है? मैं दुख से परे हूं, ऐसा गुरु कहते हैं. मगर मैं अपने आप को मानता हूं कि मैं दुखी आत्मा हूं. ये गुरु समझते नहीं. एक गुरु को ऐसी बात कैसे समझाएं? उल्टा चर्चा होती है. दैट्स कॉल्ड समटाइम्स आवर स्टडी ग्रुप्स. Gurus don't understand. So let's discuss how to make them understand our sorrows. अब इतना हम घमंडी बनते हैं मंदिर में कभी कभी, भगवान आप समझते नहीं मेरे दुख क्या है. भगवान से खुद बोलते हैं, यू आर नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग माय सॉरो करके. सो हम वी ऑलवेज रिमेन एज दृष्टा. सो दृश्य के रूप में यदि ये दुनिया जगत इस जड़ के रूप में यदि माना जाए तो फिर ये दृश्य बनेगा. तो दृश्य बनेगा तो हम कौन बन सकता है? दृष्टा हो गया. माने दृष्टा दृश्य का अलग 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 दट भेद हमेशा जारी है कि नहीं? रखते हैं जारी. जब भेद जारी है तो एक अद्वितीय आत्मा का अनुभव नहीं होगा. तो इसका कैसे क्या करना है? सो और देखिए ना, अनदर सोच विचार देंगे. इन केस एक साधक, instead of considering this way, when we consider, अब अपने आप को सत वस्तु मानते हैं. We consider ourselves as the nature of pure sat. And what is this world? This world is accepted as asat, non-existent, meaning it is appearance. वास्तव में है ही नहीं, बट दिख रहा है, दिख रही है, कोई बात नहीं. But it has not got its own independent existence. That is called asat, non-existence. Asad rupena. Meaning what? It has not got any independence existence. So if you accept that way, then so this means that asat is that vastu which is not exactly existing, only in appearance. Like a bhranti, sarpa bhranti on rajju. It is an asat only, it is appearance only, non-existent actually. So then what happens? If we accept this jagat as asad vastu, then now immediately we cannot accept this jagat as different from its substratum. देखा होलसेल चिंतन. यदि हमसे अलग माने ये दुखी दुख जगत इज दुखमयम, माने you are given the status of reality to jagat and you have defined the nature of jagat as dukkhamayam, therefore you are given the value called vairagya. यदि आप ये जगत को अपने आप से आपसे अलग मान के चले तो जड़ वस्तु हो गया. जड़ माने दृश्य हो गया. दृश्य माने मैं दृष्टा बन गया. तो दृष्टा दृश्य के बीच में झगड़ा होती रहती है, क्योंकि दृष्टापन को मैं छोड़ना नहीं चाहता. ये दृश्य भी जो अपना दृश्यापन है वो भी छोड़ती नहीं. तो दृष्टापन वर्सेस दृश्यापन, चलो लगाओ टग ऑफ वॉर. इन दिस सिद्धांत इनमें एक्सेप्टेंस में गड़बड़ है. सपोज इफ यू एक्सेप्ट दिस वर्ल्ड एज असद, लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ठीक है गुरु तो कह दिया हमसे कि ये सर्प नहीं है, ये मेरी भ्रांति है, एक्चुअली इसका स्वरूप रज्जु है, rope, and actually there is no snake, and even the snake which is appearing to me because I am ignorant, in fact it is not different from its substratum called rope. ये चिंतन आ जाती है. So when the whole jagat is of the nature of what do you call, then what happens? Jagat also becomes the nature of sat padartham only. पहला हम असत मान के चले, नाम और रूपात्मक हम सर्वम असत मान के चले, बढ़िया है, but then what is this asat has not, it has not got any existence of independent existence of its own. ठीक है, तो अधिष्ठान के अलावा और कोई कुछ नहीं है जगत करके, वो दिखावटी है, दिक्री है, accepted. Therefore, what is the true nature of the snake? Rope only. What is the true nature of jagat? Brahma only. ये देखिए, अदरवाइज हम हमें क्या सोचते हैं कि नो दिस वर्ल्ड इज दुखम, दिस वर्ल्ड इज बैड, दिस मेटीरियलिज्म, दिस इज ऑल मेटीरियलिज्म. व्हाट इज आवर इज्म देन? कंफ्यूजनिज्म. तो वैराग्य वैराग्य बढ़ाने के लिए तो उसमें भी कंपटीशन, तुझ में कितना वैराग्य है, मुझ में कितना वैराग्य है, ये दूसरी कंपटीशन चलती है साधक साधक के बीच में. और जिसको जिस वस्तु के प्रति वैराग्य नहीं है उसको दूसरा व्यक्ति आके बोलता है कि क्या तुमको उसके प्रति इतना राग क्यों हो रही है, एज ए पूर्ण वैरागी है. इसको भी और कोई व्यक्ति के साथ या ना तो वस्तु के प्रति राग है तो वो पूछेगा जैसा तू भी अपना राग मेंटेन करते हैं दो तीन वस्तु से, हम भी वैसे दुनिया में दो तीन वस्तु से राग मेंटेन करते हैं. ना तो जनरली आई एम विरागी एक्सेप्ट इन 2-3 केसेस. बेवकूफ चिंतन है सब. फिर वैराग्य का इतना क्यों महत्व क्यों दिया गया? वो किंडरगार्टन में दिया है. हाय राम, परम विरागी को भी किंडरगार्टन कह दिया आपने. बुरी क्या विराग किससे, कहां से? जगत से. जगत है ही नहीं, ये तो मिथ्या है, असद रूप है, असद वस्तु के अलग से नहीं रहता. तो सद वस्तु क्या है फिर? अधिष्ठान ब्रह्म. ब्रह्म कौन है? अयम आत्मा ब्रह्म. तो मैं हूं, तो मैं मुझसे कहां से अलग जाऊं? सो मैं दृष्टा नहीं हूं. जड़ मान के चले तो दृष्टा बन गया मैं. ये क्या चक्कर है? सपोज इफ यू टेक एक्सेप्ट एज असत, अधिष्ठान के अलावा अलग से नहीं रह सकता जगत. मीनिंग व्हाट? अधिष्ठान इटसेल्फ इज अपीयरिंग एज जगत, मीनिंग इट इज ट्रू नेचर ऑफ जगत ऑल्सो इज ब्रह्म. देखो सर्वम ही एतत् ब्रह्म, वही अधिष्ठानतया. From the standpoint of substratum, if you see, this jagat is only a appearance. Actually, it is nothing but Brahman. And what is the Brahma? तो ठीक है, वो जगत ब्रह्म है, ब्रह्म और जगत एक हो गया. मैं फंस गया इधर, दुखी आत्मा. ठीक है भैया, मैं सोचा कि जगत अलग है ब्रह्म से. आप जगत और ब्रह्म का इक्वेट करके बता दिया कि जगत ही ब्रह्म, ब्रह्म ही वो जगत. ठीक है, जगत तो दिख रही है, तो असद वस्तु है. एक्चुअली द नेचर इज ब्रह्म ओनली, ब्रह्म एंड अलोन इज ऑल दिस थिंग्स. ठीक है, सर्वम ही एतत् ब्रह्म. ठीक है, अब कौन रह गया? मैं फंस गया इन दोनों के बीच में. अरे भैया, अब आप कहाँ हैं? सर्वम में आप नहीं है क्या? ये देखो, ये सारे जगत ब्रह्म ही है, ऐसा बोलने में भी हमारा गलत है सोच में कि हम अपने आप को अलग करते हैं. ऑल दिस इज ब्रह्मन. हाथ कहां गया? बाहर गया. ये सारा ब्रह्म ही है, तो आप कौन है? ब्रह्मद्रष्टा. ब्रह्मद्रष्टा, ब्रह्मद्रष्टा. तो इसीलिए बोले सर्वम ये तदात्मा अयम आत्मा ब्रह्मा. So सर्वम ब्रह्म जगदेव ब्रह्म, द ब्रह्म इज ब्रह्म एंड यू आर ऑल्सो ब्रह्म. माने सारे 3 कंपोनेंट उसमें अलग हो गए. इसे साथ में दिखा दिया सर्वम ये तत् ब्रह्म अयम आत्मा ब्रह्म. अदरवाइज क्या होता है? अलग अलग करने से पहले जो मैंने बताया तो मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग दैट इज पॉसिबल टू एरप्ट. सो देयरफॉर दिस होल जगत इज nothing but सच्चिदानंद स्वरूप. सो श्रुति यहां पे कहती है कि whatever is brought under the heading of idam, all that is Brahma. Why? Because idam is only appearance, nama rupatmakam. That is only superimposed on substratum. It is actually speaking non-different from its adhisthana. Therefore, Jagat also is Brahma. Similarly, what is indicated by the word ayam? Ayam ka artha bhi Pratyagaatma. What is Pratyagaatma? Inner self. What is that? Brahma. So therefore, Atma and Brahma are one, and both are consciousness only. Ayam Atma Brahma. फिर Jagat बता दिया, Jagat also is Brahma. If Jagat is different from Brahma, then Brahma doesn't remain as Advitiya Vastu anymore. ठीक है? I think this is enough for us to bang our heads. So, Ayam Atma Brahma, Sarvam Yetad Brahma is over. Now, Chatushpat, this Atma is divided into 4 parts. Soyam Atma Chatushpat. Katham Chatushpatvam iti aha. Now, how is it that this is divided into 4 parts? What is that? Kasha Panavadiva, Acharya said like a coin. It is not exactly divisible, impossible to divide. But it is taken as 4. Jagrata Avastha, Swapna, Nidra, Sushupti and Turiya. But this thought I think we must take up fresh. Okay. So thank you. Next month we will start from 17th to 23rd is evening yajna. 1 day advanced. So 18th morning to 23rd is Māṇḍukya Upaniṣad, September 2010. Now, so I think then we will see whatever we can see. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai.